It's our first update of Fortnite Season 6, and with it comes Raptors, the new egg launcher with fun eggs, gigantic stunning changes, and then some. We should cover everything in the new Fortnite update, beginning with new weapons and guide changes. In any case, this update is the two arrangements for the Easter weekend and a tremendous clump of weapon changes and new highlights. First off, the most significant and fascinating expansion to Fortnite this update must be the new rafters after forever and a day. We have dinosaurs on the island now, and they are wild velociraptors. These things can be found arbitrarily around the guide, and they were initially released just generating for us. No doubt, we just purchased a raptors practically everywhere, like in the street. Presently, now and again they're out and about, and here and there you can discover them in packs. Yet, shockingly, the raptors are not rideable. That was the inquiry on the entirety of our psyches. However, you can tame them, all things considered. Kind of right now they are very carriage. Also, on the off chance that you attempted to tame one, it will simply disregard you, eat your meat, and afterward slaughter you. Also, they are quick and take far a greater number of projectiles to execute than a pig or chicken they just had from their eggs. So they may develop and get greater over the season, which would be cool. Also, talking about things occurring over the season, we have the following occasion occurring with this update. The principal fascination of the fix is Spring Breakout, the name of the current year's Fortnite Easter occasion. Spring Breakout begins today, and more stuff will be added throughout the following week. Beginning tomorrow on April 1st, we're getting unbelievable journeys identifying with Easter, where you can acquire another pickaxe, and as per that blog entry, we'll likewise be getting two new things in the plunder pool beginning tomorrow. The egg launcher is returning in accordance with that Easter custom. What's more, we couldn't say whether you'll need to get it from an NPC or on the off chance that it'll simply bring forth in chests around the guide. However, I surmise we'll need to sit back and watch. There's likewise going to be a spick and span consumable. It will be accessible around the island, and these are called fun eggs. At the point when you eat them, they will give you a bounce support like jump rocks. So these will zest things up. Concerning different things coming extremely soon, a Webster NPCs around the bend, and it will give those incredible missions for the Easter occasion. We're additionally presumably going to have the option to purchase the egg launcher from him. In any case, by and by, it's not affirmed. Furthermore, talking about NPCs accepting changes, Deadshot presently has another house close to him, only northwest of the apathetic lake. In the event that you remember it, this is on the grounds that this was a similar house you could discover Deadshot in last season. This spot from the desert has gotten back to the island, and on the subject of guide transforms, we have many to start. The essential region on the island isn't more splendid, and could be a clue that we'll see a change definitely in the following not many weeks. What's more, in the event that we head over to the tower in the guide, you would now be able to see that there are currently precious stones around it. There are two clarifications for these precious stones, and it's either going to be for a future test or it very well may be story related. I surmise we'll need to discover, yet something is fascinating with these gems over at Titanic Harvests. On the off chance that you head close to the Raz NPC, you could track down another sound gadget on the guide associate with this gadget, and it plays exceptionally dreadful sound of John Jones. Take a tune in. Better believe it, it would seem that John Jones being stuck tuned in is getting to them. What is this precious stone tune? I surmise only the reality of the situation will become obvious eventually. However, it sure seems like the guide is developing. Not simply the precious stones. Be that as it may, considerably over a charming park as well. You can see that some bizarre boundaries and fortresses are being implicit the region, and it very well may be for Webster and BC. However, on account of breaks it could mean significantly more. We'll get into that in a second. Yet, we must discuss the most mentioned change in Season 6. Every day the shotguns on top of it will have gotten some tremendous changes. Something that the local area has been vocal going to start. The base shotgun has gotten a gigantic nerf and does not spam anymore, and the discharging rate is lower both for hip shooting and pointing down sights. This was a genuinely necessary change for the meta, and a huge load of individuals will undoubtedly be extremely upbeat about this. However, it's not all in light of the fact that the stopgap shotgun has gotten above we as a whole required. The way that this thing has just had 2 projectiles in the magazine, so Epic expanded it to 3. It likewise has a quicker fire rate and reloads time, advancing more attainable to get. Uniting has additionally gotten above, as you would now be able to discover mechanical parts and creature bones around the island. Concerning circle, this will be a magnificent change for making presently cause it to feel way less coarse, yet now it's an ideal opportunity to get to the delicious stuff beginning with spills. So we're getting another firearm soon, and you may have effectively recognized this thing in the Fight Pass trailer in the event that you had a sharp eye. This is the Recycler, and the documents have at long last been added to the game. This update we have this we currently realize precisely how the weapon functions, and it's truly energizing. We should get into it. The reusing will come in 3 rarities: blue, purple, and gold that will make some reload memories of 2 seconds, which is really long and does somewhere in the range of 75 and 83 harm for every hit. Initially, we believed that the Recycler was going to utilize materials as ammo, and keeping in mind that we were close, it's significantly cooler than that. As per releases, the Recycler will suck up builds and afterwards spit them back out as shots, so it's basically a vacuum that utilizations objects as ammunition and afterwards shoot it back out. It sounds great, can hardly wait to get my hands on it. Presently, we referenced before that charming parks on the boundary can mean something, and here's the reason: visual glitches are occurring to certain individuals that shows wonderful park becoming marginally orange as combined with the development and the way that it's on the line of the base region. This could be proof that the island is evolving. It's entirely conceivable that the prime of limits going to extend, and soon the entire guide could be in gold, which would be really cool. However, let's face it here. Indeed, we're more amped up for something different. Discussing the man himself, Peter Griffin. Last season we got a break in the fire. Peter Griffin vs. Chicken, and it was practically finished. Affirmation that a Family Guy hybrid was coming. Great. Nothing at any point happened to it as of not long ago in this update to set where we discovered the Family Guy records have been refreshed, and now it has a pic X in it. This pic goes about as a TV animation impact on it, and it seems like considerably more proof of Peter Griffin is in reality showing up on the island further, as it were. I don't know, man. I can't hold on to see this hybrid springing up. In any case, proceeding onward, we need to discuss another weapon not too far off, and it's the new bow. Yes, the grappler withdraws from the way, yet now we have holes of the impending flimsy bow that will be sold by Resurrection Raven later on. We presently realize that it will have some sort of glitch impact on it, and these are the group sounds. As you can advise, it's going to be an exceptionally interesting weapon at that. Yet before we polish off this update is some quite astonishing new skins, and I can hardly wait to cop them. There's an impending group known as the Digital Invasion Pack, and it will bring 3 new anime-style skins to the game. They are Megumi, who resembles an anime Jules China, and Yuki, and I'm certain I butchered those names or articulating incorrectly or whatever. I'm truly drained. However, these skins look great, and it's going to be essential for a similar pack. Okay. At that point we likewise discovered that Epic is dealing with a skin for the IO watches known as the IO Trooper outfit. We don't have the foggiest idea when this will show up, or regardless of whether it'll get completed. However, the depiction is world-class officer of the envisioned request, so it very well may be an extraordinary form of an IO monitor. We'll need to see that. To polish off, we have the Rabbit Group Webster's super outfits, and afterward the Dutch skin. These will be the Easter-themed skins during the current year, and you can drop them in the thing shop with code T5 grams. Yet now, in spite of the relative multitude of holes being far removed, there is still some astonishing stuff in this update that very few individuals have been discussing. The remainder of the video prepares for the following: not many long stretches of the Fortnite. You're going to need to watch it till the end. We should end with all the other things you need to think about the new update. For those of you who have been pounding or purchasing levels, Epic has added some super attacks. The Fight Quick to compensate you for your endeavors from level 110 to 215. You'll have the option to get Chromium Runic and brilliant variations of the main 3 Fight Pass skins. Toronto Prejudice, Rouse, Professional Killer. You look extraordinary and are certainly storyline related. However, we don't have the foggiest idea how yet. And on the subject of levels, as another alternative in the game settings to one or the other show or shroud your momentum season level in the slaughter feed, you realize the number close to your name and you can get a murder or get dispensed with. No doubt, presently you can flip it on and off. Furthermore, in the event that you've been on that pound, you presumably think about how irritating the Tempest is in Season 6. A bug is making it splendid and difficult to see when you're in it. Be that as it may, fortunately Epic has fixed the Tempest on the support, so you shouldn't be seeing it any longer. We've additionally got another stacking screen spilled, and it shows John Jones at Toronto and Raz inside some sort of cavern. Turning upward and seeing sculptures of Fish Stick, Dynamic and Expert Key, and Fish Stick is holding the FMCS pickaxe. It sort of seems as though a gesture to Mutt and Benji Fish. However, it additionally could be an allude to miniature, so no real way to tell. And the secret proceeds with our next thing in light of the fact that another secret prize has added this update, and it will be a toy. I'm simply going to toss hypothesis out there and surmise this is most likely going to be a football or a soccer ball. It will be important for the Neymar Jr. skin later. It bodes well. It would clarify the secret toy in the Fight Passes season, and for conclusive increases he has some new changes to imaginative, including new gadgets that are down changing in the event that you love innovative. These are immense difficulty players and map makers. There's another he'll control up a gadget that could change an individual's well-being or safeguard at any second, and afterward there's additionally a save point gadget. A similar point gadget works very much like it says, we can save somebody's advancement at any second, including their assistance produce point, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. It's going to be tremendous for when you're in a guide would need to go. We get at long last save our advancement presently, yet that is it for the present Fortnite update. Make a point to tap on the screen right presently to look at our next video. This has been Tommy and you're watching X-Force.